All right. Hello and welcome to Chapter 7, Section 3, Proving Triangles Similar. We're going to learn to use the AA, angle, similarity. By the way, that little tilde means similarity. So that means similar. So we're going to read it as similar or similarity. So we're going to use angle similarity postulate and the side angle side and side similarity theorems. And we're going to use that to find indirect measurement. All right. So we're going to learn how to show triangles are similar when you know a relationship between only 2 or 3 pairs of corresponding parts. So let's take a look at the first thing. Are these 2 triangles similar? And if we were to measure these, we'd know they were similar because this might have a length of 2, whereas this corresponding side would have a length of 3. And if we measured it, I'm not sure what you'd get, but you might get that this is 4 and this is 6. And because 3 divided by 2 equals 6 divided by 4, both of them equal 1.5. That's kind of, well, you'd have to know the third side as well. But that's what it means to be similar. And if all the angles are the same, which in this case they are, then you would know that the triangles are similar. So how do we know all the angles are the same? Well, if 2 of the angles are the same, the third angle has to make them add up to 180. So that has to be the same. In this first case, it would have to be 70. And in the second case, it would also have to be 70. So if 2 angles are the same, all the angles are the same. And that is actually our first postulate, is angle similarity. If 2 angles are the same, then the triangles are similar, because that guarantees all 3 angles are the same. And if all 3 angles are the same, then they're similar. So this first postulate is just showing that to show that, we really only need to know that 2 angles are congruent. So if you see 2 triangles and you can show that 2 angles are congruent, then you know those triangles are similar. And now pay careful attention to the colors here. S and M are corresponding angles, so they have to go, when you write your similarity statement, they have to both go first, or second, or third, but they have to be in the same position. These red angles are congruent. They're corresponding angles, so they also have to go in corresponding positions when you write your proof, and same with these black angles. So corresponding angles go into corresponding positions. First, second, or third. Just like when we did triangle congruent statements. This thing over here altogether is called a similarity statement. And you'll notice it has the similarity symbol in the middle. So how do we use this? Well, if we want to show that 2 triangles are similar, all we have to do is show 2 angles are congruent. In this first case, how could we show they're similar? Well, we could show we're given that this 45-degree angle is congruent to this 45-degree angle, and because of the way the triangles are set up, we can see that these vertical angles are congruent in the center. So are the 2 triangles similar? Yes, they are. So we can say that triangle RWS is similar to triangle. Now, V corresponds to R, W corresponds to B, and S corresponds to itself in those triangles. So that's the similarity statement. Yes, they are similar. How do I know? Angle R is congruent to angle V, and angle WSR is congruent to angle VSB, which gives us angle-angle similarity. Similarity symbol is kind of tricky. There we go. All right. For B, we've got JKL and PQR. Are they similar? Well, let's look. We know they have one angle in common, and this top one is 85. Let's figure out if this top one is also 85. That angle, well, we know the three angles have to add up to 180, so if we take away the 70 and the 30, what are we left with? We're left with 80 degrees. And so this is not going to have two congruent angles with QRP. So we can say not similar. All right. On the next slide, you've got a couple ones to, well, there's a draw it coming up, and you'll have a couple problems similar to this to try for yourself. So go ahead and give those a shot. See if you can write the similarity statement and the reason. I think that technically this part is extra, but good practice. All this asked us to do is, are they similar, which I wrote, and how do you know, which is this. All right, so give those a shot. See if you can tell if they're similar and why, and I'll see you in the next video.